How's it going? Just doing a quick overview of the weekly dividend paying portfolio. It's been about a solid month since we've last spoken or last recorded, but in terms of everything that's been going on, it's been basically the same old, same old. If you look to your top right, you can see the dividend payouts. We have finally completed 102%, kind of went overboard. The initial portfolio startup costs, which was a total of $12,000 at the beginning of this portfolio back in December, January time. And it is now July, it's now August. This was already accomplished back in July. That's why I said that. And we have gotten our initial portfolio startup costs back. And we're working, if not already 17% of the way through, the first loan that we got. There are multiple loans, but we're going to go loan by loan. And this first one's just a simple round number, a simple 10 grand. So as soon as we get 10 grand, we will finish the loan one, and then we'll funnel that into the second loan, and so on and so on. I'm going to get more as these get paid off, just so that way we're always working towards something. And it is a huge milestone, a huge achievement to be able to say we got our money back. And the account itself, even though today's market's not looking too hot, if we look out, the week also not looking too hot. It was just ex-dividend date, so this drop. And also, I think news might have happened which dropped it, but again, I'm not aware, and I honestly do not care. I'm just in it for the income. Monthly also down, but we're swimming in the same waters. If we look into a broader scope, 3 months we're up, and year to date we're up. But in all honesty, this doesn't matter, because what truly only matters is that these four equities here in the bottom right in the Robinhood, YMAX is 30K, ULT is 15K, RDTE is 10K, and LFGY is 10K. As long as I maintain those equities throughout the whole shebang, that's all that truly matters. Even if these were negative, which you saw, if you were to look back on a lot of my videos, year to date was negative for a while, for a good while, and it didn't matter to me at all. It didn't matter so much to the point that I stopped uploading for a good bit. And you just didn't see me upload week to week. I'm probably more likely or not going to be doing bi-weekly, but I might still do weekly uploads. Who knows? If I just got time, just like now. But in terms of overall perspective, including dividends, Robinhood doesn't do a good job of including the idea of distributions and stuff and potential reinvestments and all that. So in order to get a holistic view, a more rounded view of your total P&L, profit and loss, you got to look at the snowball analytics. It's what I use for total profit. Head to the dashboard and you see here, dividends received, 12.5 grand. Capital gains, which is unrealized losses, is 8,199. Fees paid is margin. So paid $500 in margin. And then the realized P&L was from the recent shift of me going from buying many silos, outer stocks for one foundation anchor, which I think my anchor back then was also YMAX, or it was like JEP-P, I forgot. But early on, I had an anchor, and then I had a bunch of different individual funds that were doing covered calls on single stocks. Now I've switched it up, and I do funds of funds, and or funds that are only focused on either the Russell or the S&P or the NASDAQ. So funds of funds, indexed. It's just an indexed way of investing that is also related to income, because they do covered calls. That's just my approach personally. Now you can see the total profit is positive, and this will give you an overall view that, hey, yes, we are still making money. It's like, hey, I put in this much monies, and this is how much monies is it worth. So we're still up in monies. That's essentially the bare bones of it. if we want to go even further, we can see here, we're not positive yet on RDTE, but we're on the verge of it. We're nearly there. I think we did, let me see. Down here to your left, to your top, you can see all the payments. And this month's payment for RDTE is $100. That's a good dividend payment, actually. Wait a second. Yeah. Yes. Last week it was 83. That's good. Then the week before that, it was 92. It was an upper week. Great job. Not even reinvesting too. Good job. Anyway, RDTE is $100, meaning this 101.53, as long as RDTE doesn't take another drop and it maintains and or improves, hopefully we can maintain, but if it maintains, then we will finally be at a point in our total profit all the way back from flipping December where we're break even. And that is a milestone because we haven't been break even on RDTE for for straight up months, but we're out here and it's great. It's a great time now. We got YMAX up 2 grand, Ulti up 1.8 grand. I think it had a recent dip, but it is still the best in terms of, not in total, but in terms of percentage, it is the best holding that I have. And LFGY with the recent it is positive, but in my opinion has been a little lackluster. I did expect, since, let me see, Bitcoin in the past month is up a bit. Past 3 months has been up a bit. So maybe I just haven't been holding it long enough because I've only been holding it in between the 1 month and the 3 month. And the 1 month is only up 1% and 3 months is up 14%. So maybe my expectations are just a bit too high, which is, I guess that explains it. I just answered my own question. But what I was about to say is it feels a little underwhelming relative to how well Bitcoin is doing. But I just realized after looking at that 1 month, 3 month chart that maybe we are within expectations, 1% to 14%. I bought in somewhere in between those months and we're up 2.49%. So a win is a win as long as we don't have another drop. If we do have a drop, then we're just going to ride it just like we did with RDTE for all this time. So, because it doesn't matter. We're just not going to sell. We're just going to maintain equities, and that's how we do things. That's how we do things. In terms of what we have done with the money, with the monies, it's been going towards either the loan or it's going towards paying the margin. I wanted to show you this as well. This was interesting. So the margin for this thing, Robinhood has a new visualization for their platform, which I find pretty good. I wish they did it earlier, but it's a great way of giving me a visual representation of my risk and my buffer and the portfolio value and stuff like that, the maintenance required, breaking it down to the maintenance ratios of the individual funds themselves. I love it. It's great. As you can see, everything is 25%. Very freaking low, actually. Wow. I expected, I'm pretty sure Ulti was 40, LFGY was 40. This might not be right. I'm pretty sure some of these are supposed to be higher. Maybe it's for margin? No, this is margin maintenance. But anyway, the buffer, I wanted to make sure buffer is always above 50%. We're kind of beating that by a whole 11%. That's kind of telling me I should increase it. But in all honesty, I'm going to stick with what I do, and what I've always preached is whatever your value of your account is, which in our case is 43,000, we try to match that. So right now we're 23,000. The recent dip, as you can see here, the recent dip of over $1,000, and with me pulling it out to pay off the loan, has caused me to inadvertently increase my margin percentage over 50%. So I'm kind of breaking my rules right now. What I will be doing in the next coming weeks is, instead of pulling out the monies, we will be putting the monies into the margin to pay off the margin, so we can get the margin low enough so that is within my ranges. Right now we're down to $43,000, and half of that, let's pull out the calculator. is 21,500. So we want our margin to drop to 21,500. Let's round it up 22,000 even, or round it down 21,000. We want it to be 21,000 margin used. So that's a whole $2,000. For me to get $2,000 is probably going to take a couple weeks, specifically maybe 2.5 to 3 weeks. It's kind of mind-boggling for me to say that out loud. Truly a blessed situation to be in. But we're going to be doing that. Again, the paycheck is my real job. My 9 to 5 is also going into this. I think about a couple $100 every paycheck goes into this. I'm not doing it like certain people who put in their whole paycheck, which I wish I could, but my auto pay hits exactly at the same times as I've set it up so my auto pays hit immediately. So my spending account is immediately auto drafted, and I can't put it on margin yet because I don't make enough in order to overwrite that. I think my special number is still a ways away. And in a perfect world, I would like to reduce my dividend rate, so that way it's not relying on a 50% dividend rate. You know what I mean? To be able to survive, to be able to, I don't want to be relying on a 57% dividend rate. So I would love to buy things that are less volatile and higher in stability to funnel these higher volatility funds. So instead of Alti and instead of crypto LFGY, I would love to also be in things like SPYI, QQQI, XDTE, but or even the cornerstone funds. If you know, the cornerstone funds are great too. I would love to have a large sum into those and make those anchors and make these side portfolios, or not, sorry, make them silos. But yeah, that's just the overview of the account of the month of August. It's midway through August, and we're pretty much smooth sailing. It kind of looks rough right now as we're speaking. We kind of just dropped again another bit, but it is what it is. We just keep moving on. I honestly don't check this every day. It's just on the Friday right before dividend payment. I type in the numbers into the spreadsheet, and we see the number go up. We see the percentage payoff go up. We feel happy. We rinse, we repeat, and we do it again. So if there's anything you want me to specifically talk about to add on to these updates, rather than just me giving a plain overview update and a little bit of what I want to do in the future in terms of the monies, besides that, please let me know, because I don't know if these updates are really helping in the grand scope of things, if I should be doing them monthly, because I could talk about more things rather than weekly, or even bi-weekly. Bi-monthly and bi-weekly. Flip me. Bi-monthly. I even saw some YouTubers that were doing daily dividends, and they were posting like every day or every other day. I was like, there's only so much you can talk about. I don't really know how. I don't really know what else you could talk about in terms of that. But yeah, that's how the account's doing. Everything is smooth. Overall, we would like to reduce the margin to about 21,000 to 21,500. We are making smooth progress towards the first loan, nearly at 20% paid off. And hopefully I will give you an update in the near future talking about loan 2 whenever I get it. I'll probably get loan 2. I'll probably put up loan 2 like after loan 1's done or something, or whatever. Make a little celebration out of that. But anyway, see ya.